Hey guys, it's Jensen, and today I'm going to be doing the reread, rewrite, burn tag. So this tag is similar to that game you play with your friends, Date, Marry, Kill, where your friend gives you 3 celebrities and you pick which one you would date, which one you would marry, and which one you would kill. So it applies the idea of that game to books. So you have 3 book titles and you pick which one you would reread, which one you would rewrite, and which one you would burn. I'm not actually burning any of my books. Don't worry, this is just for fun. So I have my favorite Jane Austen mug. I have 12 of my favorite book titles. So yeah, I'm going to be picking 3 at a time, and I'm expecting this to be really hard, but hopefully really fun. So without further ado, let's get to it. Okay, so the first 3 titles, I'm really nervous. I'm going to put that down right here. My face. Okay, Twilight, Bridget Jones's Diary, and Tess of the Road. Oh. Okay. We can deal with this. All right, so these are the 3 books, and I think I already know what I'm going to do. Tess of the Road is one of my favorite books of this year. It's so good, so rewarding. I think it proves that you can read a good book that's just about a character going through her life, and it still feels like you're reading a really juicy story, but you're just watching a character develop and getting to know her. I love it so much. So this one I definitely reread. And it might surprise you, but I'm not going to burn Twilight. I would rewrite it. This was Stephenie Meyer's first book. I think that there is a lot that could be fixed, especially some of the more problematic elements of the romance, so that so that I can enjoy it without, feeling ashamed for enjoying it, I guess, because a lot of people will roll their eyes when they find out that you like Twilight. They're like, oh, but he's a stocky, rapey vampire who watches her sleep. So I would, want to rewrite this, or have Stephenie Meyer write it, to take out some of those problematic elements so I can just enjoy my book about angsty vampires and romance and all the wonderful things. I love Twilight. I'm really happy I actually got this combination, because I was afraid it was going to go up against like Pride and Prejudice and Jane Eyre or something, and I wouldn't be able to justify keeping it. But yeah, I'm happy that I get to rewrite it. And then I do love Bridget Jones's Diary, but not more than these 2, so I'm going to burn it. First round, done. Round 2. 3 more titles. Okay. Let's see. Monster Calls. Oh no. I had to grab another one. I think one of my roommates messed with me and put a sticky note in my mug. And Pride and Prejudice. Oh no. Well, no, I can do this. Okay, this one's a little bit harder. We have Monster Calls by Patrick Ness, Book of 1,000 Days by Shannon Hale, and Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen. What do I do? Gosh. Okay, well, I can't burn either of these 2 books, so I guess I have to burn this one. But I love this one. Oh no. By the way, the way I'm interpreting burning is like erasing it from history, just because that like ups the ante a little bit. I feel like a lot of the videos I've seen, people just like, oh, it's just this physical copy that I have. I have the audiobook, so I can burn it. I feel like that's cheating. So we're going with like it's gone forever, and oh, this is hard. Oh, I don't. There's nothing to rewrite in either of these books. Okay, well, you know what? I'll reread A Monster Calls, and the only thing I want to rewrite in Pride and Prejudice is maybe Lydia's arc, because she has a really good arc actually in the Lizzie Bennet Diaries, and I do wish that it was a similar story arc in this book where she becomes sort of she sort of redeems herself at the end, because she just kind of stays the same. She's just vain and idle, and she gets what she wants. So yeah, that's what I would change in this book. So rereading A Monster Calls, rewriting Pride and Prejudice, and burning Book of 1,000 Days. Oh, round 2, done. Okay, we have the next 3 titles. Guernsey Literary and Potato Peel Pie Society. Oh, Educated. Oh, interesting. Oh, and Edenbrook. Oh. Huh. Okay, so we have Educated by Tara Westover. We have The Guernsey Literary and Potato Peel Pie Society by Mary Ann Schaefer and Annie Barrows, one of my favorite books of all time. And we have Edenbrook by Julianne Donaldson, which I really love. I didn't even say anything about Educated, but I really love this book too. It was one of my favorite books that I read like last year or a year ago, or 2 years ago. I think I know what to do with this one too. I think I'm going to reread Educated, because I love rereading it. I have like all of my markers here and notes. It's fascinating to go back to. It's such a fascinating story about overcoming the environment you grew up in, overcoming who you were raised to be, and finding your own person, and also a powerful story about education and how important it is, and opening your eyes to the world and the things you were ignorant to before. So I love this book, and I will probably be rereading it many times in my life. So this is going to be reread. I would rewrite The Guernsey Literary and Potato Peel Pie Society just to make it a little bit longer, because I want to live in this world more. So that's all I would change. I mean, I love this book, but I would make it longer so that it lasts longer. And unfortunately, I do love Edenbrook, but I would burn this one just because I can't burn either of these two. So round 3, we only have 1 more to go. Okay, last round. I'm really glad that Jane Eyre didn't go against Pride and Prejudice or something. That would have been. These matches have been working out. I might have to do another video where I have to spend a lot more time. So we have The Nightingale, Jane Eyre, and I'd Rather Be Reading. Okay, so we have Jane Eyre by Charlotte Bronte. We have I'd Rather Be Reading by Anne Bogle. And we have The Nightingale by Kristen Hanna. I think I already know what to do with these 3 as well. I'm going to burn The Nightingale just because I can't burn these 2 books. Like, it's just process of elimination. Like, the 2 that I absolutely can't burn, the other one has to go. I'm going to rewrite I'd Rather Be Reading just because it's so short. I would love for it to be longer. So the same thing with Guernsey Literary and Potato Peel Pie Society. I love this as well, and I just want it to be longer so I can get more goodness from it. I've talked about this before, but this is like another beloved book of mine. I read it all the time whenever I'm in a reading slump. If you find yourself in a reading slump, I highly recommend picking this up. It's just a bunch of essays about the love of reading and why we read, and yeah, I love it. And so I just wish it was longer, even though it's perfect. Yeah, I just want it to be longer. And rereading Jane Eyre. I reread Jane Eyre often. One of my favorite books of all time. So I cannot burn this one. So yeah, burn, rewrite, reread. Done. So that was all the titles. That was a lot easier than I was expecting it to be. Thank goodness, because I was really nervous that it was going to be really hard, like that Jane Eyre, Pride and Prejudice, and Guernsey Literary and Potato Peel Pie Society were all going to go up against each other, and I don't even know what I would have done. But I'm lucky. So I'm gonna have to do this again, so that's a little bit more challenging, hopefully. But thank you so much for watching this video. I post videos every Wednesday and Sunday, and I'll see you next time. Bye.